I'm so honored to receive the award tonight. I had to look up what said Vitae means, and I think my mother must have written it, but no, I think it's from ancient Rome or something, hundreds of years old, but it's still very meaningful. And I am honored to get the award this year. Thank you all. Now, I'll say a few words to express my gratitude if I can read this. Written in pencil on my kitchen table. Yes. A little closer to the mic. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting something. One of my daughters already suggested that, but I thought I didn't pay much attention to them. All giving advice. Payback time. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to express my gratitude to Visitation. Throughout Minnesota, there are hundreds of women who are accomplished and owe so much to Visitation, just as I do and my daughters. From observing my 4 daughters who all graduated from Visitation, and my granddaughter, Catherine, they are all seem well put together. I don't give them much compliments. As you know, your children react more to criticism, I think. But they are a wonder to me because they are grounded. They have that spiritual side that I hope they got from their parents, but I know it was reinforced here. Their accomplishments are many, and I hope they never forget where they came from. But said Vitae tells it all. We want them to get good educations, which most of them have, but always with that spiritual. One of my daughters is shaking her head. They all seem to be happy, fulfilled, and with a clear sense of their direction. I believe they are all better for having attended Viz. Especially your motto means so much. It defines what all parents want when they send their children to school. They want them to return with a wonderful education, but they don't want them to lose values that we have spent our lives teaching them. And I do think Visitation reinforces all that in them. Anyway, there were times when a practical education was considered not as important as the Greek language, for example, who needs it more. But we really are happy that this school has done what in this complex world where women are expected to join the workforce as compared to when I graduated from college. It was when I graduated from college, I expected to become a wife and raise children. I had already met my husband, so I knew that I was about to do, I expected that I would become a wife, and that expectation became a reality, and that's exactly what I did. But many of the women today do not have that opportunity, and I think more of them simply don't want to stay home. It was kind of boring at times. So I would say that she likes to be out in the world and have a job. Anyway, Visitation gave them that steady, elegant education, but always incorporating the spiritual. When Visitation first started, I think, long before my time, I grew up in New York, so I wasn't aware of the stellar reputation of the sisters, but there were a lot of schools, like finishing schools, I think they're called, and they served, they taught dancing and all that sort of thing. None of you have ever heard those words at tea parties and so on, but they put that all aside, and now, because of women taking the place of some of the men in the world, or at least joining them, they needed to get more extensive education in Visitation, I